Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your May 2022 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we're going to dive into the collective energy of Taurus and take a look at all things related to your finances, your money, your career. We're going to take a look at opportunities coming in for you and possibly doors that are closing and new ones opening. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Taurus. So before we dive into the Celtic cross, we're going to take a look at the energies of the past, present, and future coming up here. But right away, I do have to say I'm feeling the energy of layers. So I feel like if you are wearing layers at this time, you may be taking something off. For example, if you are wearing a sweatshirt with a shirt underneath and you're feeling warm at this moment, that's something you may be taking off as you're listening to this. Perhaps some of you are taking off a scarf, taking off a hat. There's just a layer of clothing I'm seeing being taken off at this time. All right, so in the past, we have the skull card showing up. So this does talk about you going through rough patches. I mean, we all go through rough patches at time, but Taurus, what I'm feeling for you is you've definitely been through some struggles. There's been some trials. There's been some tribulations here. You may have had to borrow money, whether this was from family members or this was from the bank here. You may have felt like you were low on cash. Now, some of you may have a career in the hospice field. You may be a healer. You may be just trying to reinvent your career at this time as well. Or perhaps you're unemployed or out of work in the past energy here. You may have lost a job. But the good news is I feel there's a Wheel of Fortune type energy, especially around the 14th, 15th, and 16th of May showing up here for you because we have the spiral. And this is talking about feeling at times quite out of control with your money. But what they're showing me here is a lot of you are getting your finances back on the right track. So you may be speaking to possibly a money advisor. You may be focusing on maybe a money app as well, or you're just taking a good hard look into your finances and where you can maybe put a little bit more, save more, where you can spend less. They're just showing me a lot of you really focusing your attention and your mind on money this month, because I do see changes happening for you. Now it says climbing the ladder. This is really good because you can see in this spiral, it starts in the middle here, or excuse me, in the middle, and it goes outward. So I feel like you are out of the thick of things here. Yes, that there was a job loss, or if you were struggling in the past here, I feel like the good news is there's something coming out of an energy of feeling a little bit low or lack of mentality here, because the spiral does talk about an upward trend. It talks about you climbing something. So whether you are in the corporate world or you are a business owner here, Taurus, there's something really happening to your finances where you're going to take a look at and say, wow, I have this much extra money coming in now. Where can I put this? Or what can I invest in at this time that will actually make more money in the long run? Now, some of you may be looking at 401ks or insurance. There's something with life insurance or something with retirement I'm getting as well. Even though that can be at times the 10 of Pentacles energy, I feel like some of you may be going over again wills, life insurance, monetary values, possibly even paperwork. There may be new paperwork you're going over, but this talks about revisiting a job. It talks about promotions, connections. So a lot of you are networking this month as well. And I feel like you're putting yourself out there. You're putting your resumes out there if you're looking for a new job opportunity, Taurus. Or what they're telling me is people are actually coming to you this month. So what I'm sensing is you've already put in the work with this skull energy. You've already put yourself out there. So for some of you, there may have been some sort of interview, or you may have launched something within your business. I want to say the last couple of months, or you've been really just trying to move forward. They're giving me March energy. March and April is when you were really trying to put yourself out there. But I do feel the energy of April really shifting, because in the future you have the Chest card, and this is not a bad card to have. And that's what I was sensing here with you taking a look at your money, taking a look at long-term investments here, but strategizing as well. So I feel like you're being wise about money, where possibly in the past you may have made decisions regarding your money based on impulse at times, Taurus, or you may have made investments that maybe weren't in your best financial well-being here, but you've learned those lessons, and that's what you needed to learn. So sometimes we do take on difficult, challenging, or bad investments with our money, but it actually helps us grow and learn so we don't make those same mistakes here. But there's something coming up here that you are sticking to, because we do have military energy. King of Swords is what I'm feeling here. So you may be sticking to some sort of routine. There is money coming in where I feel like you're putting money towards something long term. Now, you may be a leader. You may be thinking something through very thoroughly. They're talking about real estate as well. So some of you may be dealing with real estate in the month of April, because again, they're giving me King of Pentacles, King of Swords energy, and the 10 of Pentacles. So some of you I feel are working with somebody who knows their stuff, somebody who knows about possibly, again, an accountant, somebody who is dealing with the stock market, cryptocurrency, wills, legality, something of that nature showing up for you, or even real estate, paperwork, somebody who is a professional in any of those areas. But let's dive into your reading here, Taurus, and take a look at what is the heart of the matter in the month of May. Heart of the matter here, we have the 5 of Michael. So it says, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So the 5 of Michael is the 5 of Swords. And when the 5 of Swords shows up here, you may be walking away from something that you were fighting. There may be some sort of a defeat showing up here, but they're showing me right when you want to walk away from something, or you think something is impossible, or you may feel like you're stuck in this rough patch and it's not going to make a shift. That's when it's going to happen. So I do see a turnover here, because I feel like there's going to be another 5 showing up in your reading, and we'll take a look here. But the 2 5s equal that 10. So let's just clarify this 5 of Swords, because again, the 5 of Swords can be about you looking at a new opportunity, a new way to do something here. This could be even your mind, because swords can be conflict. They can be communication as well. But let's take a look and clarify. There is the 10 of Swords in reverse. Good. You're releasing something that you've been hanging on to. Now, this could be a job. It could be a mental belief. It could be a pattern. It could be some obsessive thinking for a few of you as well. But the 10 of Wands says that at times you're feeling physically exhausted, but I feel like you're bringing others in to lighten the load. And that's what I'm seeing here, is I do see somebody else coming in to help navigate and help you navigate through your career journey, your financial journey. Some of you may be hearing some sort of news about some sort of money coming your way. Even if it's not money that you're getting right away, I feel like you at least know that it's coming in, and that may be some sort of sense of relief for you as well, because the 10 of Swords, it can mean, or excuse me, the 10 of Wands energy is what I'm feeling here, but the 10 of Swords is about an ending. So again, that's probably why they're showing me the 5s, because you have 10s coming up. And again, 10 of Pentacles, I was just feeling the energy of the 10 of Wands, which is the burdens, but they're showing me and correcting me 10 of Swords. So again, you have a lot of 10s, and 10s in tarot represent endings, bringing new beginnings. So there's a turning point happening here with this spiral. This spiral to me is like the Wheel of Fortune. So again, something that may have been difficult, something that may have come to an end here, or felt like something was ending for you, is actually going to turn out to be quite beautiful, because it's going to help you release those heavy burdens that you were carrying, any of that mental conflict with this 5 energy, because the 5s can represent change, uncertainty. It can represent conflict in your mind or with other people. But I feel like you're getting things straightened out, because there's something with your finances coming together. And I feel like for some of you, for example, let's say you are dealing with real estate, there may be money coming in time here. So let's take a look and see what the blockages or challenge may be for you in the month of May. Spirit. Oh, thank you. Yeah, new beginning. You want this new beginning really bad. I feel like it's right at the tip of your tongue, so to speak, where you know there's going to be change, or you're so close to wanting it here. Some of you can even see it, or you may have received a yes or some sort of opportunity, but it says it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or promotion. Yeah, because there's something that's ended here with the Ten of Swords clarifying this challenge that you've had. The challenge is when this new beginning is coming in for you. So again, they're showing me that you may receive some sort of news, or you may have somebody helping you out here in the month of May, but you may not see actual movement for a little bit further out here. So the Ace of Pentacles does talk about a new beginning, but at times you feel like there's a financial loss, or you feel like you missed out on opportunities for a brand new job, a brand new beginning. But this is saying stay positive, because it's right on the horizon. You have that ace. You have this ace here, which is the Ace of Pentacles, and you have the tens. So the tens immediately go back around to that one energy, which is about new beginning. So you're right on the precipice of this change, of this transformation. But let's take a look and clarify possibly when this is coming in for you and what this is all about. Taurus, what do we have? Thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the name Shannon. Shannon. So if that is your name, or it's somebody maybe you work with or a coworker, please take it as it resonates. What do we have here? Four of Wands. Four of Wands is really beautiful energy because it talks about honoring other people. It talks about awards or ceremony, but plans may turn out a little bit different than you thought, because at times we really celebrate things that may not have happened. So don't put the horse before the cart type of energy is coming in here. There will be celebration, but I feel like it's going to be a celebration that you weren't expecting here, Taurus. There's going to be dollar signs. There's going to be stability here, but you may have to take a detour. They're actually, Spirit saying trust in divine detours, and that is one of the cards that we may, hopefully, maybe we'll see pulled today as well, but trust in divine detours, because I feel like Spirit is working really hard behind the scenes at this time to help bring in this new opportunity. But at times, it's almost like you put up a roadblock, or you put up your hands and you say, I don't want that opportunity. That's not what I'm looking for. I have tunnel vision for this. This is what I want. But this is saying be flexible in your approach, and, accept the gifts that are coming your way. Accept the people coming in to help you navigate towards the direction of your financial goals here. So I do see celebration, because the Four of Wands is the card of celebration here, and you will be celebrating a brand new beginning, but you still may be holding on to something from the past here. Some sort of ending may be still kind of blocking a little bit of that flow, that financial flow to come in. Although again, I do see abundance showing up for you, but you have free will to attract it either sooner or rather than later here. But I do feel the energy of movement coming in here. I feel like if you are stuck currently, you're not going to be in this energy for long, because again, you're right on the precipice of something quite big, actually. Let's take a look and see what is below you, Taurus. Wow, that one came out quite quick. So what is below Taurus? There it is, the Ten of Pentacles that I spoke of earlier. Beautiful. So yes, you do have your eye on the You have your eyes on the prize here, which is really good. However, make sure that you are staying adaptable and flexible in your approach. It doesn't mean don't set goals or set loose goals. It means keep the goals that you are able to accomplish, and maybe push yourself a little bit harder. This also talks about receiving as well, because some of you may put up a hand when it comes to receiving, and that may be shutting some sort of flow down as well. It says there's very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. There it is here, that talk of retirement, long-term goals. So I know it's on your mind here. This is below you. You will achieve this status, and that's what I was saying in the very beginning here for you. But right now, you're just still feeling a little bit of the effects of something in the past, but don't worry, Taurus, because that's coming to a close here. And again, that door it's still a little bit open, but you are the one one that needs to completely close that door, shut that door here, because there's already a new door open over here that you may not see yet, but that's the one that Spirit is working on behind the scenes. So let's take a look and clarify this 10 of Pentacles. They're giving me, because I just heard somebody ask when will the door open? They're giving me a May energy, May into even June. So I do feel they're giving me teens. So it could be 17, it could be 14, 15, 16, 17, and I feel like I mentioned that earlier as well. But there may be some sort of news of a turnover happening, but there may not be actual physical evidence of you either starting something new or maybe the money coming in for another 4 weeks out as well. So it doesn't mean that it's not happening in the month of May. It just means that, again, there's some steps that need to be put in place, but they're also talking about you not spending anything until you have it physically in front of you. So let's say you don't get a paycheck until, Friday. Make sure you're not overspending on Wednesday and then you realize, wow, I thought I had the money to cover this, but don't. So that may resonate with a few of you. Let's take a look and clarify. Page of Cups, there's the message. There's the news. Pages represent news, but they also represent curiosity and an inquisitive nature. The pages, especially in the cups, they represent messages that will make your heart chakra really hum with joy. And I feel like this is you removing the blockages here for that money flow. And I feel like you are reframing the beliefs that you have about your own self-worth, but also about abundance and prosperity. So this is really good here. So again, this internally has to do with you, but externally, I feel like you may be receiving some sort of news or message about some long-term money, some retirement, something within a will, something of that nature, inheritance as well, or even medical or VA back pay. There's something here that you've been waiting on, and I feel like you're going to hear some news really soon, sooner rather than later. Now let's take a look at your past. Taurus, what is showing up for you in your recent past? Some of you may start a new project that you may be waiting to hear if some sort of money is going to follow through. For example, maybe you're starting to build a location for a business and you are waiting to hear back from the bank to see if you are approved for the amount of money. So the energy I'm getting here is make sure that you, again, are not putting that cart before the horse and you're not going out and buying all the materials, or you're not spending the money that you don't quite have or hasn't been finalized. And I'm saying that here, Taurus, for you, not because you're not going to get that money or not because it's not going to be enough, but there may be a detour where you may decide, wow, I don't really want to build in this location. I'd rather build here, and it may be less money, it may be more money, but you may need to shift some sort of energies in here because Spirit has a better plan, is what I'm sensing. So let's take a look at the past. Queen of Swords energy. Yes. Queen of Swords is somebody who's brilliant, somebody who is self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. And I'm just getting somebody shaking their head, as in, I've been trying to be self-reliant for so long. I've been trying to keep my head above water here. And it says, you know exactly what to do, Taurus. The benefit of experience, a time for career rather than relationships. So again, the Queen of Wands is somebody who, when she makes up her mind, Libran energy, she is very logical and rational, and she moves through any challenges and she just barges through them. And she does think logically, but she doesn't sometimes think with her heart, and that may create blockages at times. So the Queen of Swords showing up talks about wisdom and clarity, talks about integrity and honesty. This is also somebody who tells it like it is here. Now, this could be a journalist. It could be a police officer. It could be somebody in the law. It could be teachers, mentors, somebody who tells it like it is. So I feel for some of you, you may have dealt with somebody who at times really thought with logic, especially if those of you were maybe let go of a job, or if you quit a job, it may have to do with somebody being a little bit heartless at times. For others of you, if this is your energy, it just says that you're moving forward and really you know what to do, but sometimes you don't always do it. Let's clarify here. What do we have here for Taurus? Wow, okay, that one shot right out as well. The Temperance, yeah, exactly what I just said. Sometimes you know what to do, but you wait to make the best decision, or you wait until you have something else in place, which sounds a little bit counterintuitive because I've been telling you don't put the cart before the horse. But this is saying that you are balancing out your thoughts. You are bringing some sort of blending of energies in here. I feel like there's self-control in a situation, or there may have been times where you lost control of your self-control. You may have had a temper about a situation, or somebody else did, or there was some sort of extremes that tended to really tip those Libran scales here with the Queen of Michael. But what I'm feeling here is something that you've been waiting on for a while to bring balance to your life, whether you've been waiting for this opportunity, for this news to balance your finances here. I feel like it's coming in because you do have the rough patches. You have the skull. So I feel like you will be bringing balance into your finances, especially around that May, June mark. Let's take a look and see what's above you, Taurus. What is above you? What is the potential? All right, we have the Three of Cups, celebration. I love it. So yes, there will be a lot to celebrate, but there may be a detour again. And I feel like this is something that's actually going to bring you more happiness. So let's say that you've been applying for jobs, Taurus, or you've been applying for new projects that you've wanted to do, or you've been putting yourself out there and creating new things if you are an entrepreneur. I feel like you may discover something brand new and go in a new direction. And at first you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I really want to go that way, or if that's the job I want. I really want this one, or I really want to tackle. And then it's almost like something comes up from behind. They're actually showing me a marathon of racers where you are, I feel like this is you as well, but I feel like you could be feeling like you're in a marathon at times where you're running and it seems like forever, but you see the finish line and, you know, there's people in front of you. There may be one or two people in front of you that are so close, but all of a sudden you get a huge gust of energy and motivation and determination, and all of a sudden, boom, you pass up that lead runner and you hit that finish line first. That's what I'm seeing with some sort of a job opportunity coming in here where, yeah, you didn't think that this was going to be the one for you, or maybe you didn't think that you thought you were second runner up here. There's something here with you really getting the motivation at the end of something here that you thought maybe was out of the picture or out of the ball game. So very interesting because you have celebration. Three of Cups. It says reasons to celebrate. A community of friends, happy announcements. So this is really wonderful showing up here. So again, this could be news of a new job. This could be about a raise. For some of you, it's about passing a test, or it can be about bringing in new clients or employees here. So let's take a look and clarify this energy here for you. What's this Three of Cups all about? The Hanged Man, beautiful. Remember what I said here in the very beginning of your reading with the spiral? You felt like things were spiraling maybe a little bit out of control, a little bit backwards. Now you're able to see things spinning in the forward direction, that Wheel of Fortune type energy. Because when the Hanged Man shows up, this is really beautiful because it says that you're releasing control. And that's what I've been, Spirit's been showing you from the very beginning, is to release that outcome. Keep your eye on the prize, but know that you can be flexible and adaptable with the changes or detours that Spirit may be bringing in. And this is saying that you are actually bringing in this new perspective. There was a delay, but I feel like you're not stuck anymore. If there were any restrictions, or if you had to maybe, hang on for a little bit longer, get ready because there's something brand new coming in here for you. I like this. Let's take a look and see what's showing up in the near future. What is showing up here for Taurus in the near future? Epiphany. Wow, beautiful major arcana. So the Epiphany card does talk about the Hermit, and this is actually a really beautiful energy. And a lot of people think of the Hermit being, a recluse, a wise soul, a Buddha, or Buddhist, monk that goes out into the mountains for days and gets clarity. But this is really wonderful because it's saying that you are that sage. You are that wise one who is making steps based on your intuition and your spiritual growth. because this energy is joy through spiritual growth. It's being a light to others, answers that come through meditation here. So I love this showing up because, again, you have been soul searching. There has been a little bit of inward introspection here. There is self-knowledge that is attainable. And I feel like a lot of you are using the wisdom that you've gained from past experiences to finally move in a direction that's going to be beneficial. But a lot of you are trusting. Finally, I just heard finally from your guides here. You're finally trusting that the universe is supporting you and that the universe does have your back. So let's clarify this Hermit energy. Some of you may be working alone. Wow, you have quite a few cards to clarify. So some of you may have some questions, but some of you may be working alone on a project, or you may feel like you are doing something alone, but I feel like you're trusting your intuition. You're not listening to what, Johnny, Joe, Harry, and Sally have to say here. You may be taking their advice, but ultimately I feel like you're going deep within and you're saying, okay, this worked for me last time. I'm going to do that again. This did not work for me last time. I am not going to bring that energy in. So let's take a look here. Oh, wow. You have the Hierophant. There are some spiritual soul lessons coming in here. Wow. Some of you may be going back to school. Some of you may be taking a new class, or you may be the teacher as well. Maybe it's in a traditional learning sense. Maybe you're teaching K through 12 or a professor. But others of you, this is a spiritual teacher as well. And when the Hierophant card shows up, this is about being divinely guided, just as I was saying here. So you are being divinely guided to some sort of higher learning, some sort of brand new belief here. And this is your energy, Taurus energy, showing up because you have the Judgment card. This is huge. You have, wow. Taurus, you have 4 major arcanas. This does not happen often. To clarify a major arcana, to get 3 additional major arcanas, you have the Hierophant, the Judgment card, and the Chariot. So this is saying that you've learned this huge soul lesson in this lifetime. This isn't something small that's coming in for you. I just got full on body goosebumps. This is a turning point in the direction of your life. This is something that you've graduated, and again, on a soul level. For some of you, it is a physical level as well, and you're ready to move on and teach others what it is that you know as well. Because the Judgment card is about your purpose, your calling. It is about you evaluating what it is that you want to do in your life regarding your finances, your career. Some of you, this is retirement as well. But this is about you not ignoring your calling any longer, not judging yourself, not healing those wounds. You've healed some deep buried wounds regarding your morals, your beliefs, your traditions here. And I feel like you are completely taking life in your hands here, and you are moving towards your purpose, your calling. And there's going to be great success if you follow your intuition and your soul's purpose. There's something here that a lot of you want to do. There's something that maybe involves, again, teaching other people, or going and starting your own business or your own practice here. Okay, something with possibly numbers. Again, you may be crunching numbers or looking at accounting or numbers, because you can see here on the back of the chalkboard, on the back of this teacher here, this Hierophant, there are numbers and there are equations. And so what I feel like you're doing at this time is you are trusting that the universe is putting those puzzle pieces into place. This is really huge for you. Wow. Let's take a look and see what you're telling yourself, Taurus. There's something here as well. If you follow this path of divine guidance, of your soul's purpose, your soul's calling, the Chariot says there will be great success. There's going to be that drive, that ambition. Some of you, it may have to deal with travel, or you may be a driver, or you may be traveling by plane, or even by boat. Let's take a look here and see what you do want that one. Thank you, Spirit. What you're telling yourself. Wow, as I said, travel by boat. There is a picture of a boat in the background. This is beautiful. Three of Wands energy, Three of Gabrielle. This is an expansion of opportunities. This is really great here because I feel like you're staying optimistic, you're staying patient. And this is saying here that your hard work, Taurus, will absolutely pay off. And again, don't take your eye off the prize. Stay flexible, stay adaptable, but keep that 10 of Pentacles because that's what's below you here. Keep that energy in your mind's eye. And a lot of you are manifesting magnets. You practice the law of attraction. You know how it works. Some of you are vision board connoisseurs here. I feel like a lot of you are finally manifesting the life that you've wanted for quite some time. It says prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So yes, I feel like there's something finally coming to fruition. You're finally getting to that finish line where you can move forward and start that new project. So even though the Ace of Pentacles is showing up in the first half of the month as a little bit of an obstacle, there's some delay going on here. That second half and into June is really going to take off with that Chariot energy. But let's clarify this Three of Wands. There it is, the Fool. I love it. Fool is you taking a chance, taking a risk on a brand new beginning. You may not know where something is going to end up here. You may not know how to get to this 10 of Pentacles here, but this is saying you're not worrying about it as much as you were in the past. You are trusting the divine. You are trusting and embracing the unknown here. You're taking an adventure and you're taking a risk on your life. This is powerful stuff here, Taurus. If you are able to really follow in this direction here, and again, tarot is never set in stone. This is just if you continue with the actions that you are currently in here, and you can make that mindset shift with that Hanged Man energy. There are some really wonderful changes here that will set you up for success, set you up for retirement, set you up to be successful in the future, because I feel like some of you are dreading. They're giving me the age 56 at this time. So I feel like you may at times in the past have dreaded not having enough money saved by the time maybe you're 56. I'm not even sure what retirement age is or, you know, what age the average people retire at, but they're giving me either you may be 56 or there's an energy of a fear around the age of 56, but you have a brand new beginning here. And I feel like this new beginning is going to be magical. So this is beautiful. Whatever this is for you, there's some sort of turnover, some sort of shift coming in with the spiral. And I feel like there's an upward trend, not only just with money, but with your thinking as well. Now let's take a look here and see what the external influences are for the month of May. For Taurus, for the month of May. They keep showing me a boat. Again, some of you, maybe you're buying a boat, selling a boat, or maybe you have a trip planned, maybe a cruise, or you may be eating, you know, they have like the dinner shows or dinner on a boat or a cruise. Please take that as it resonates. We have the High Priestess, another major arcana. And this is all about you trusting that your intuition is telling you at this time, Taurus, that your soul's purpose is illuminated right in front of you. This is your purpose. This is your calling. It's time for a wake-up call for you to move forward in this new direction, to kind of grab the bull by the horns type of energy here and move forward and go forward even though you feel fear. And that's okay. Fear is a normal human emotion. Don't let that fear stop you dead in your tracks and stall you and freeze you. This is saying move through that fear as well, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up on the other side. And the other side, Taurus, is going to be brighter and better than you could have imagined here. The High Priestess is about intuition. It is about your gut feelings. This is about truth as well. Anything that you felt was maybe hidden or a little bit mysterious, or if you felt like you were being silenced by something here in the past, I feel like you're stepping into your power. Let's take a look. This could also be, thank you, Spirit. This could also be you seeking out guidance and clarity from maybe readers such as myself. Perhaps you are getting additional readings done. Some of you, not all of you, some of you may be quite intuitive or a reader or a healer, and that may be a part of your awakening. That may be part of your calling, is to move in the direction here of this High Priestess. Let's clarify this energy. Six of Wands, one of my favorite cards. Y'all know that this is a beautiful, lovely card. Oh, wow. You know, in this deck, this is very interesting because at first I really had to examine this card and see what I felt intuitively. And I'm just going to show it here to you for a moment. But the first thing I got was the Wizard of Oz. If you've ever seen the Wizard of Oz, and you know when the house lands on the witch in the very beginning, when Dorothy goes to Oz and all of the munchkins come out and they reward her because she's done a good deed, but she may be even unaware of it, right? She doesn't realize that that house landed on a witch, but everybody comes out. That's kind of what I feel from this card and this energy with the Six of Wands, because there's success, there's accomplishment here. And it's because of something maybe you are afraid of or you don't know. There may be some sort of mystery with this intuition here and the High Priestess showing up here, but you are being celebrated from those around you. And it may be because you are finally stepping into some sort of vulnerability or stepping into your soul's purpose, and you're moving through fear. And because of that, people will honor you. They will look at you and say, wow, you really did it here. There's public ceremony here. There's victory, success, achievement, recognition. For some of you, you may be in the spotlight, whether you want to be or not. But I feel like some of you introverts out there, Taurus, you may be, they're just showing me a microphone in somebody's face here. So somebody may be actually handing you a microphone. Some of you may be on TV. Perhaps you are getting some sort of award or public recognition, or maybe you record YouTube videos. There's something with the microphone coming in here. But also, if you look at this bubble of what it is that they're celebrating, you can see the skull of the past here. And it's almost that same type of energy of, you know, putting the monster at bay, putting the fear at bay. And I feel like other people are celebrating you controlling the demon or the monster. And I feel like it's from within. But you may be also helping other people release their fears, or if not release them, stepping through them and doing it anyway. So wow, I know we spent a little time on this, but Spirit is bringing in, it's very important for you all to realize this recognition is well earned, well deserved. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So we're going to take a look at hopes and fears and your final outcome here. So what we have, there's that 10 of Wands that I was reading earlier. Remember with the 10 of Swords energy, I was picking up on the 10 of Wands. There it is. So it makes sense because a lot of you do feel the weight of the world on your shoulders. It says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours or trying too hard to please others. It's time for you to please yourself. It's time for you to put in the work and the determination and motivation on yourself. Don't give up on yourself here because you have a lot to offer. And your hope here is the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. This is somebody who's confident, somebody who's enthusiastic, who's charismatic, but most importantly here, somebody who is courageous enough to start this new beginning here with that Fool. It says here, it's time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So the words here are almost very poetic because I feel like they're all flowing beautifully together here for you. So again, some of you may be really tuning towards some sort of great passion for a cause. This is your calling. Some of your callings are to bring some sort of change to the world. And I know that may sound hokey pokey to some of you out there, but this isn't small. Again, in your near future, you have 4 major arcanas. And out of those 4, they are all huge ones about changing your life for the better, about moving forward. You know, you have that Chariot, the Judgment card here. So again, I feel like a lot of you are really taking action and you know deep down what to do. And I feel like as long as you can release and trust, be vulnerable, and know that the universe has your back here, I feel like you have, let's see what your outcome is. 8 of Cups. Oh yes, 8 of Cups here. This is something that you are moving towards here. It says, do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. Wow. And that's what we've been talking about. So it's kind of, again, they're bringing me back to the Wizard of Oz. You know, you may have thought, you know, that you were going to end up in Kansas, right? But I feel like I feel like the universe, your guides, your angels, your spiritual backup, your spiritual team, I feel like they want you to know that you can end up in Oz. And it's not just a fairy tale. It's not just a happy ever after here. That 10 of Pentacles for you is the energy of Oz. And you know that that comes from within. The whole time, Dorothy was just dreaming. She had changed her beliefs here, and that's what you're doing. And I feel like the 8 of Cups showing up as your final outcome here is about you walking away and abandoning either a situation that you've been in for quite some time, or maybe it has to do with people, or maybe it has to do with the home. But I feel like you're leaving behind the old and you're making way for new. There's a brand new spiritual quest here for you because you're searching for something deeper, more meaningful. So don't ignore the call to do something different because it's time for a new path. And this is really beautiful. So I love this. We're just going to clarify the 8 of Cups showing up as your final outcome. What do we, oh, they want 2, and I didn't even see that one, but we'll see why in a moment. Thank you. 10 of Swords again in reverse. This is good. So again, you are actually manifesting what your hopes and your fears are. And this can be a great thing because you have the same cards showing up, the High Priestess and the 10 of Swords. So you know deep down what to do to release these heavy burdens, these beliefs, these thoughts, or to get yourself out of a situation that was challenging. So again, 10 of Swords is saying that something is ending. Listen to your intuition because there's a brand new beginning showing up here for you. So walk away from anything that no longer serves you. Now we're going to take a look and see what the wisdom of the Oracle has for you. And I will read to you the prosperity message. We have round, wow, we have round and round, which is quite interesting because you have the spiral and they actually look almost identical. So take a look at this, Taurus. This is huge. Both of those, 2 different decks clarifying. Let's take a look at what this is for you. And again, this is you revisiting something in your head that maybe you've been going round and round, spinning over and over here, but I feel like you're doing something differently. But let's take a look and read from the guidebook here. And the prosperity message is about revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. That's that Hanged Man energy here. And it says, if you're in a scenario that seems, that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past in your work life, it is because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who sabotages you? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them? When you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern of the past, it's a good time to get a coach or a mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Wow. It says, then you will free yourself from the old cycles and cease going round and round. Taurus, everything here that I just read, I feel like we said almost verbatim in your reading is what Spirit brought in. So this is powerful stuff here. From the Hanged Man energy of shifting a perspective to gaining a mentor or a coach to bringing in what works and what doesn't. This is huge. And it says your desires are effortlessly, moving towards some sort of freedom here. And I feel like you are revisiting something again from the past and you are moving forward because you're not bringing that same energy in. So again, this is powerful stuff here for you. All right. We're going to get a message here from the crystal animals, Spirit. And at this time, Taurus, I just ask that you close your eyes if you can. And I'd love for you to tune into that third eye chakra. Now that is the area between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath in from the solar plexus. And I want you to think of the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this can be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps it is an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps it is an animal that is wild, mystical, magical, or even domesticated. Perhaps it is an animal that you currently have at your home, or maybe one that you had as a child, or one that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus, and if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is post your power animal in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the 1st of the month and post right back here on this channel. So do make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already so you get notified when that shows up. All right, your messages here. We have Moth Spirit. It says surrender now. So yes, surrender to your calling. Surrender to your purpose here, because there's energy coming in that you're changing your life for the better. So surrendering is going to do you good. We have Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. So this is a common theme, common energy that has been showing up here for you, learning from the past. And elephants, they remember everything here. They don't always forget, but they learn from the past. Next, we have Skunkworth, know your worth. That kind of goes back into the energy of that Wizard of Oz, Six of Wands scenario, where I was telling you that you will be celebrated for something that you are moving towards. And I feel like you will be celebrated on a high level. This is really beautiful. We have Beaver, lay a solid foundation, especially as you journey into this new Fool's adventure here. Set a firm, solid foundation, because you have the Chess card talking about money strategy. So you can follow your heart and strategize at the same time. And a lot of people think that you have to do one or the other, but you can bring that balance of strategy and logic to heart's fulfillment and emotions as well. Next, we have Bat, and it says a rebirth is assured. Thank you, Spirit. They're telling me that somebody was seeing an albino animal, whether you were seeing an albino bat or maybe there was a white animal that some of you were seeing. If that's you, please drop that in the comments. I'd love to hear if that was you I was picking up on, but there's some sort of white or albino animal coming through here. Next, we have Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacles. That's that 5 energy showing up here, 5 of Michael that you're in. Don't worry, because you will overcome the obstacles at hand. And then last but not least, Brown Bear Spirit is that hermit energy of taking a little bit of time out to do some soul solitude, soul searching, to release any of those fears, or do your best to call in spirit so you can walk through those fears that may have held you hostage in the past here. So really beautiful energy showing up for you. All right. We're going to, excuse me, we're going to get a message from the Soul Truth deck here at this time, and then we'll get your Crystal Spirit message before we wind down your reading. What do we have here from your Soul's Truth? Now, this is something your soul wants you to really take a look at. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Today's soul action, Taurus, is this: be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. This is really powerful for you, because I feel like, again, it doesn't mean that you're not setting healthy goals for yourself, but also being flexible and adaptable in your approach is going to be very powerful. All right. Taurus, last but not least, we're going to get a message from the crystal spirits and see what crystals and stones and gemstones that you can work with in the month of May that can help you bring in the financial abundance you seek. And we have the beautiful crystal here of Moldavite. Moldavite. I actually am not quite sure it's a crystal. I feel like I've touched the energy of Moldavite. It almost feels like a hard piece of wax or spongy. I'm not quite sure how to describe it here, but it's that green energy of the healing as well. So very powerful. You can get it online. You can maybe go to your local shop as well and see if they have it, but let's just get the message for you before we wind down your reading. This is about transformation. This energy is all about rebirth through fire, that phoenix rising from the ashes. It's about initiation and opening to new experiences. It's about revitalization and renewal. And the prosperity message is this. The appearance of Moldavite spirit is a sure sign that you are closing the door on the past in some way and are stepping into a new you, ready for what lies ahead. You will not be alone, Taurus, and you will encounter many signs that you have what you need and that your foundation is strong. You may feel a little shaky right now. After all, you are not used to this territory, but you've passed the audition, so to speak, and are ready to step into the prosperous life you deserve. Woo, I just got full-on body goosebumps again because what did we say in the beginning? That you're closing a door, that you've passed this test, you've passed this audition, the soul lesson, and now you're really able to live that purpose, that calling, and attract the abundance. You're letting go of maybe some sort of belief or something that you came into this lifetime to overcome. And I feel like there's a turning point because you've learned this lesson now, and you're finally ready to move forward on that brand new fool's journey. But it's not that you are starting from scratch, as a lot of times you may hear. This is about starting from wisdom and following your passion in your heart, but also bringing that logic that you have as well into the picture. So Taurus, beautiful energy here for you. This reading was pretty darn deep, but you have great things coming your way. I do see financial success showing up here. I feel like a lot of you are really moving in this right direction, especially if it's been chaotic. They're giving me for the past 2 to 3 years, which, you know, with the pandemic, with everything going on, a lot of you may have struggled or been through rough patches. There's a turning point coming up here that's going to bring you not only physical release, there's going to be less stress physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. I hope this resonates with you, Taurus. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Do share, comment your power animal in the box below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I am sending all of you wonderful Taurians a lot of love and light. Till next time.